What's up? This is Jeremy, singer for Wants to Die, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
So, where are you located? You out in California?
All of the bandits except me. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, actually.
Okay, that's not too far though, right?
No, not bad.
Hours?
It's like six and a half
okay.
hours to get to them and like Southern LA, Orange County.
So, how are you guys getting together to record music, or is it sharing stuff over the internet?
Well, these first few songs that we're doing, we actually wrote about, I don't know, like 10 years ago when we started the band.
Okay.
So right now, yeah, all the musicians are over there. So they're all getting together and recording, getting to the studio, recording, and then send it to me. And this last song that we did, Regain Strength, I went out to California to record. So yeah, we just kind of get together, share the music online. Everybody listens to it and then gets down.
Right. So you started it, Regain Strength. Man, what a kick-ass tune.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I've been jamming it, especially this morning getting ready for all this, but it was on repeat for a while. That's a really heavy tune, and I guess a heavy message as well. Can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Yeah, man. For many years, and it comes back everywhere. I dealt with a lot of depression, a lot of sadness, a lot of shame and guilt, and it's really regaining your strength from that and overcoming that depression, finding love again, living life, to the fullest again, and really just regaining your strength. Simple as that, regaining your strength and overcoming all of that in life and moving forward.
So to write that song and to even have this discussion here, you had to be at an incredibly vulnerable point, right? Not afraid to put that stuff out there. Do you feel that it was difficult to do that? And did you feel relief once you did?
Oh, good question. Yeah, it kind of is difficult because I had to go back down into myself and relive those experiences of depression to be like, okay, how did I feel? What was at that time? And how did I, resolve and get past that? And what were some of my coping mechanisms and what were some of the things that I did to relieve myself of all that? So yeah, it was a little difficult while writing it and getting into it and getting into my emotions and feelings. And then it was after reading, after I put it down, it was like, wow, yeah, big relief, real stress release, real weight off my shoulders to put that down and get that out there.
Did you ever feel like you put too much of yourself into it, or was that not a concern?
That's not a concern with music. I feel like I get to put that out there, and I love to do that, to maybe help somebody else that's going through that, to listen to the songs as music does to me and other artists have done for me, to put that out there, and hopefully someone can scream and sing along to it and relieve from some of that, depression as well.
Yeah, and to see that other people are doing, have the same kind of thing and are going through the same sorts of things, even if it's, not identical, but, you're in the pit as well. And
Yeah.
it kind of speaks to you. So yeah, I think that's the power of music, right? And especially aggressive music.
You're right. Exactly. It's why I fell in love with it and love it. Some other people going through the same things that I have, and feeling not alone and being able to scream or sing that out with, the music blasting my radio through the car or something and getting through it.
What are your go-to, I know this has nothing to do with Wants to Die, but what are your go-to songs or bands for that sort of thing?
Oh man. Like my regular bands that I go to would definitely have to be Killswitch.
Yeah, that's on my list as well, isn't that weird?
Exactly.
And I just spoke to somebody else who said Killswitch has unbelievably helped him, especially like, older stuff like Rose of Sharon and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, to feel that and their positive message, you know what I mean? bands like even Hatebreed. I love Hatebreed, and just feeling that strength to overcome things. And
Right.
Close Your Eyes is one of my favorites. I'll blast Close Your Eyes, and just listen to them a lot. So definitely.
It's amazing how this kind of music, and people from the outside don't necessarily get it, but
Right.
once you do, it's amazing how powerful it is.
Oh, so powerful, so very powerful. And that's when I went to my first hardcore concert, just the passion and love and how everybody was just expressing it through the pit and singing on the mic, jumping on the mic and singing it out with them. I instantly fell in love and was just like captivated.
Yeah, it's crazy. Are you guys planning on taking Wants to Die Out on the road or shows, or is that not a thing yet?
Not yet. Right now, we're just concentrating on getting these songs done, exactly how we wanted to, and get them out there and really get them just formulated and done correctly, and then maybe the end of the year or not, and maybe we'll do some shows. I don't know that touring. I've been reading a lot of bands how touring is just hurting bands and
Do you see
killing.
that Anthrax just canceled their whole European tour because of diesel prices?
Yes, yeah,
Crazy.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just the price of gas
And if
alone.
they can't do it, how's the or the
Exactly.
average metal band do it?
You're exactly. If you're not doing it almost all year round, all the time, it's like not worth it. And then that just, I've been on tours before, months and months of tours and even week-long tours where it's just brutal to be on the road. So it's so
And
hard to,
expensive, right?
yeah, expensive, brutal on the body, on the mind, the soul, just so we might do like in my last band, we did like weekend tours, you know what I mean? And
Right.
something like that. But well, we'll get there.
So I know you said you're working on the songs, and I couldn't find this in my research. But are you guys doing an EP or a full length, or are you going to do the one song thing?
We did the one song, and then we're doing two songs right now. We have two songs in the works where all the music is done, and I've just got to get vocals in. So we're gonna have those three songs. We're kind of seeing like how it goes, how it plays out, what's the reaction if we should put out an EP. We actually just from this one song, people are wanting an EP or LP.
The
Uh,
reaction's been good then.
it has been. It's been really good. With the music video and Spotify and Apple Music, it's actually been received really well, which we're really stoked on and
Yeah.
appreciate everybody. So it's pretty cool.
So I guess that's the great big payoff. But how does it make you feel when the stuff you've written in Arizona in your basement or wherever you're writing comes to life, and people you have to let it out at your baby, and people identify with it, and
Oh, it's such an uplifting feeling. It's such a feeling that it's like if you did community work and help people, the homeless and give them foods, not maybe not as significant, but maybe if they
but
touch their
maybe.
soul, you're right. And it touched their soul and their mind and they were able to relieve some of that stress or depression at some point, then yeah, like it's one of the best feelings because I know music does that for me. So if it
Right.
can do that for someone else, that makes it all worth all the hard work, the sweat and tears, worth it.
And it might be too early for this question, but have you gotten any feedback, like any emails or phone calls or something, people saying, "Hey, I really that song touched me"?
I have. We've gotten a little bit of YouTube comments from my musical friends that are in bands, which means a lot because musicians ourselves are so critical on other people's music. Just we can't help it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so when it comes from um, people in the industry with you, it means a lot as well.
Sweet. So when you're writing heavy music, it's definitely got that live aspect to it or that immediacy to it. Are you writing the song like for how it's going to come across on stage? Good part for a breakdown, or good part for a chant or a pit or something like that? Or are you just writing a song for the song?
I do. I think about that. I think about how the way I write is I let I listen to the music just constantly get how I feel, if I was someone listening to it on the outside would feel and okay, what would make the crowd move here? What would make someone jamming it into their car or their headphones, you know, walking down the street or not? How would that make them feel? And kind of let the music take over me, and so that the lyrics and the way I do the singing or something just take over and kind of flow with it and write for me almost.
And then, so that's where you develop the melodies and the structure.
Exactly.
Because I know a lot of bands start with a structure and then, you know, lyrics and or a melody line and then work the music to it. So you're doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, I really like to be just flow with it, just to kind of be organic and let it come to me, let it flow into me, let the music speak to me and my soul, and just come over and then write the lyrics the way it comes out, you know. At least I try to do that.
Right. So what do you guys have next then?
Right now we're just really trying to push this song with Grain Shank, see how people do it. We've got you know, like I said, we've got about 8 songs altogether that we're gonna do.
So they're in various stages of development.
Yeah, exactly. We've got 2 songs that the drums have gone, bass and guitars are all done, solos are done. I've just got to do some scratch vocals and then do the final vocals and get through it. But me and the 2 guitar players were original band members, and then we got the bass player Hector, who's amazing, who's been in the scene with our friends and all of us, who we've all seen each other play in other bands. He comes from Phobia, and so he's learning the songs, you know. And then the drummer, who's played with Chimera, he's in Bleed the Sky. He was recently in Devil Driver, so he's learning the songs that we've had. So we're just kind of going one by one, piece by piece, and just getting the whole formula down.
Sweet. And if fans want to get a hold of you guys, I mean, it's Wants to Die everywhere. Is there a...
Wants to Die, yeah, at Wants to Die. We even have wantstodie.com, where you can find all of our social links everywhere. And you know, Wants to Die on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, you'll find us definitely.
You stay pretty active social media. I mean, I guess you have to in these days, but it's kind of funny how you have to be a musician, a producer, an engineer, and the social media expert now, right?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be out there. You know, the way to connect right now with people all over the world and in different states and everything is, you know, staying connected through social media. So if someone leaves a comment, just, you know, it means a lot to us. So we try to go on there and you know, say thank you, we appreciate it, and if anybody has any questions or anything, try to get to them as much as possible.
Awesome. That brings me to the end of my questions. Did I miss anything you want to cover?
No, just appreciate all the love and support we're getting. It's overwhelming and so wonderful, and it makes all of our hard work, you know, worth it. And we're all got regular jobs, so this is kind of like a second job for us. So to put in all the work and everything, it's wonderful. And, you know, podcast and people who've interviewed us, you know, in the past, so we really appreciate it. So definitely appreciate you having us on and talking.
No worries.
You know, listening to the music is definitely.
I always like to find new music, especially new good music. And like I said, I was listening to that one this morning, and it definitely is, you know, right in my wheelhouse. Nice and aggressive and nice and heavy with some cleaner vocals, but still. Yeah. Who's doing the clean vocals? You?
That's me. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I try to mix it up. I love singers who can do a little bit of both, who can get down and dirty and be brutal, but then bring it nice and clean and into a, you know, something beautiful, you know. So I really try to do that aspect, try to you know, make my vocal range better and better each time I write a song. And so yeah, I do all the vocals pretty much.
That's great. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, no problem, Bruce. You have a great day.
Hey, be well. Good luck with the release, and look forward to hearing more.
Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, cheers.
Peace.
Bye.